Do you ever feel like you're blocking your own blessings or that you can't even see them? Hi, I'm Tanya, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Threshold. And this week, we're talking about opening up in order to receive. In short, we're talking about not waiting around, but actively creating space. For me, it's starting to look a lot like that old improv trick of yes and. Saying yes and even when I might be uncomfortable, or even when I'd rather say no. An example of this is that I have signed up and I've started taking a leadership course. And those of you who know me, is out of character for me. Not that I haven't done it. The last time I took a leadership course, the only thing of value that I got out of it was the free dinner. But this one, I decided I'm going to go in with an open mind and try again with a different perspective. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm only 2 weeks in, but I am really getting a lot out of it and really discovering a lot about myself. I've also, in this new spirit of yes and, I've signed up for a networking event, which again, if you know me, is completely out of character because I don't love what I perceive to be the performative nature of a lot of networking events. But I've decided, yes, I will go to it. A friend invited me, and I'm going to go with the and is I'm just going to go to meet new people. I'm not going to care about selling anything or buying anything or anything like that. I'm going to take what I want, which is meeting new people, and just leave the rest. I've decided that you can't really ask for growth or inspiration or opportunities and then slam the door, and then when they arrive in packages that maybe you would have preferred were different packages. I'm asking myself, if I'm resisting this, is it because I'm afraid? And if it's because I'm afraid, does that mean that this is the exact barrier that I really need to overcome in order to get to that next step in what we're calling unveiling at this point? Sometimes we block things because we want control. Perhaps we want control of the timeline or the vibe or the outcome. Other times we're blocking things because of perceived safety. It's safer for me just to keep my head down until retirement and then go with that. And sure, that might be safer, but is it better? Are there some places where we can just look up and look for opportunities? Lately, I've come to the conclusion that we shouldn't argue with people who think that we can do something. We should believe them when they believe in us. I'm going to stop talking myself out of doing things just because of fear or resistance. And I probably should have done that a long time ago. Actually, I probably should have done a lot of things a long time ago. But I can recall times where I thought I talked myself out of doing something and then saw a person do the very thing that I talked myself out of, and then thought, oh man, I could have done a better job at that. So I'm going to start trying to be the person to do the better job at it. Some things that we can do to practice this is we can say yes to things, small things that are intriguing or slightly out of character, like going to a networking event. That's just an hour and a half out of my life. And you know what? It could be 10 minutes out of my life. I could just leave if I don't like it. When we get encouragement from people, we can just say thank you. We don't need to downplay it or downplay ourselves or deflect the compliments. Are we saying no out of habit? Try a yes and. Yes, and then whatever criteria that you need in order to make it palatable for you. Now, to be clear, yes is not always the right answer. No is still a complete sentence. And no is a complete sentence that you should be employing when things feel like they're going to violate your time or your values or your energy. Trust yourself. Don't say yes out of guilt. Don't say yes out of people pleasing. And don't say yes out of FOMO. Say yes and because it's something that intrigues you or could help you. The yes we're exploring here is designed to sort of soften the edges, to make that space, to give us time to look up and look around and see what else is out there. The yes and is designed for us to face our inner resistance. It's designed to create space for the good stuff, and that good stuff is often new stuff, and it needs space to grow. So my challenge to you, or my invitation to you, is what's something this week that you could say yes to because you're open, not because you're certain, but because you're open or intrigued. We can't choose how or when the good stuff comes in. We can only choose how to create space for that good stuff. So in short, I invite you to not cockblock yourself. And I will wish you a great week, and I'll see you next week beyond the threshold.